What up, what up, what up, what up, man? If you're tuning in, I appreciate it, man. I'm about to just run it, I'm about to just run it. Ain't nothing really special. I'm about to just run it, man. How I feel, how I feel and what I see what's going on. Because everybody always going off what they see on social media and Instagram and stuff like that. But how many people actually take time out to just go study what they be seeing? Probably about 1 or 2%. I ain't gonna lie, it's like, I have nothing against the new music that's out, because I'm a music connoisseur. I love music, but I feel like some of the music that's in the black community, I feel like we look up the rappers as gods sometimes, or you can't name a person in the Caucasian community that a rapper or a singer or entertainer is a leader. But in the black community, a rapper, a singer, an entertainer is a leader for some reason. And I have nothing against it if that's what you want to do, but it's like, when it's time to lead, you don't see them. So what I'm starting to think is, maybe racism don't exist. And before you click off the video and get mad that I say that, just hit me out. Hit me out. When you study history and you just look at it with a proper state of mind, you just see that the black man was the one who got broke and did what the white man wanted to do. Plain and simple. I'm quite sure it was other races that the Caucasians tried to make slaves out of, and it probably just did not work. Just so happened when it came to the black man, it worked. Because you can't tell me you got all these millionaires in the world, you got all these rappers and entertainers and singers, but when a police killing happen or something go on, you don't see none of these people out there speaking up about nothing. Nothing. So that's lead to show me that I'm starting to think that it's a systematic thing that's just keeping people down, as far as the shows, the TVs we watch, the classrooms, the schools we go to, the education and stuff that we get. It puts you in a box of thinking that white is right. Pretty much. Because when you start traveling, going to other countries and other states and stuff like that, you don't see some of this stuff that you see down south. You really don't. You really don't. And that's why when Malcolm went to Mecca and he came back, he had a different outlook on things. Because sometimes being born where you at and not being able to travel and talk to people and just see what's going on in the world, you would think the world is like this. Like, however your little corner is, you would think the whole world is like that. And it's not. Even with police killings. Man, they got white people that get killed by the police every day. They got black people that get killed by the police every day. They got Chinese people get killed by the police every day. But it just seems like in the media, they blow up the ones when the white police shoot a black person. But they have police officers that shoot white people as well. It's now blown up in the media. You have to go and search for it. When you look at the black man is a good marketing tool. The black man, he's good for adding something. You need a lip color, add the black man. That's what I see. That's what I see. And people thinking, when you keep shoving this idea of racism in people's mind, and you're showing them movies and slavery movies. I've never seen a white slavery movie. I've never seen one, but I've seen countless black slavery movies, countless time and time again. If you constantly getting that idea shoved in your head that a white man is greater than you, he's the master, you never been nothing, you a slave, all you good for is going and pick cotton in the field. If you getting that idea drove in your head on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, on a yearly basis, of course, when you grow up, you're going to think white is right. And that's completely false. I push anybody out there, if you have kids or you're running about it, let them go study history. History shows us whoever wins the war tells the story. Let me repeat that. Whoever wins the war tells the story. You can't honestly tell me that they could say that the sun and the moon and the stars is millions of years old or thousands of years old, but the world is only 2,000 years old. See, they play on your mind to see what you're going to accept and what you're going to reject. Because when you go study history, the history tells you what happened. Because when you look at the beginning of Caesar, look at what year it was. It was almost like when Caesar took over, the world started over, as in time frame. So what I'm thinking Egypt had a strong hold on the world. Egypt had a real strong hold on the world because a lot of symbolisms, a lot of things that you see today come from Egypt. If you don't know where that's at, that's in Africa. And to say Jesus walked in Jerusalem, Egypt, and all these places, you never hear Jesus and Africa in the same sentence. I always thought that was weird. You never hear Jesus and Africa in the same sentence. You always hear Egypt or Jerusalem. So what that does is, to somebody who don't know about economics, to somebody who don't know, just haven't seen a map, don't really know what places at on a map, it plays on your psyche. Jerusalem. People don't recognize what the word Jerusalem. But when you say the word Africa, if you put the word Africa and Jesus in the same sentence, you'll start getting a lot of more attention. See, people on top understand words and symbolisms and synonyms and stuff, because in the English language, one word, it means 7 different meanings. So if you're not educated to know about these things, once again, they can play on your psyche. Come on, man. 2021, 2020 was bad years. And I'll tell you why it was a bad year. It's a bad year because the world's shifting. The world is shifting and going into a new direction, and people not seeing it because they get money shoved down their throat. Stimulus checks and PPP loans and SBA loans and pretty much a distraction. Since you done heard about these stimulus checks and PPP loans and stuff like that, you don't even hear nothing about the wars no more in Iraq. You don't even hear nothing about what's going on in other countries and the killings and the bombings. You don't even hear about them unless you go search for it. What a good distraction scheme. Once again, Americans are always blinded by money. That's one thing I liked about Malcolm. Malcolm couldn't be bought. But Americans today, especially our people, are distracted by money. Money, music, drugs, and sex. Distracted, man, because we let singers and rappers lead us. There's nothing wrong with the music if that's what you choose to listen to. But when you get to the point where you letting a rapper or a singer lead you and guide you and grow you up and tell you, what's going on out here, and you listening to them, that's when you're falling short. Because a lot of these rappers and stuff, bro, you got to be in the studio to do a song. So if you dropping songs every day, all day, man, you in the studio. You're not really out here in the field like that. And I'm not taking away from nobody. I'm just saying, if you gonna lead the people, lead. When it's time to come out, come out. I ain't got nothing against Boosie, but I will speak on this. You see Boosie for the bottom badge. You always see Boosie for the bottom badge. Boosie be holding it down. He bring out the people. I tip my hat to him. I respect that man for that. But at the same time, it's like when you hear about things like Alton Sterling, you hear about protesters and stuff going on in the city, you don't see Boosie speaking on that. You don't hear Boo speaking on nothing that's dealing with pushing the people forward. You don't see that. Now, what his reasons is for that, I don't know. But I'm just saying, it comes to a point to where we gotta stop looking at rappers, singers, and entertainers as our leaders. And we got to start looking at the people who's supposed to lead and hold them accountable. Because the people who actually are the leaders. We're not holding them accountable because we don't see them. We don't think they cool. They don't have music out. And these rappers and these singers and stuff, that's what y'all think is supposed to lead y'all. No. It don't work like that. That's why I just sometimes I feel like I just wake up in the morning, I just feel like, man, bro, we stuck as a people. Because yeah, you can open up a business, you can make money, you can, but does money make you happy? If you woke up with $1 million today, money would make you happy? It wouldn't make me happy. I'm gonna keep it real. It would not make me happy, and I'll tell you why. Because if you're not happy with $100 in your pocket, you won't be happy with $1 million in your pocket. It all starts up here and right here. Confidence, to be who you are. Say what you mean what you say. I'm still waiting for the organization to come around and actually make change. I'm still waiting for that. I'm in the process of trying to start something, but just one more quick thing before I get out of here is that when I got heavily into like the politics of the black community and really starting to get into it, like I started really seeing that a lot of people that's even over that stuff not really in it like you think. It's really all a game. You know, when you start studying what nonprofit is, when you start studying what these businesses mean, what capitalism mean, what Marxists mean, when you start going and study and educate yourself and understand what words mean and you educate yourself, what that means is just like the back of that dollar. When you see that disconnected pyramid, all that is a higher thinking, a higher learning. Somebody has to be at the top. Somebody has to be at the bottom. Enlighten yourself, man. Every day is a brand new day for you to change. Hey, I just thought I'd wake up and give you some brand new energy, some fresh energy, some positive energy. Hey, till the next time, Chris Gaines, Power to Tell TV. Peace.